Hello everyone, so I'm just going to go through a tactic I'm using with Ipswich today. I pretty much created it just for them, so if I just load up the first 11, I've got a few injuries at the moment, so just go through everything. There's not a lot of PIs on here, so it's just so full-back attacks, centre-backs, I just want nice sort of simple passes coming out, no PIs there, nothing here, so we've just got a Volante and a DLP. And we've got an advanced playmaker here. I did try having more direct passing, all the rest of it, but not really necessary because we've got this sort of positive mentality. So he's quite, so he's very attacking anyway. So he's going to be coming forward a lot. So we've got a winger out here. The only things we've got on here, so we've got to close down more and mark tighter, and then we've got the mark specific position. So similar to what I had in the one of the last tactics I did. I've got that again. So basically these guys here. They're just really going to be on the left backs here and here. This guy's a pressing forward. He's got no instructions, but he's already got closed down more. So, see here out of possession, what I'm looking for is this sort of much higher line of engagement, and I've got a higher defensive line here. So, and also, we're quite narrow in this area, so we're going to sort of force the opposition inside. So these guys here, that's why they're marking. They'll sort of try and get the players to play into here, where we've got that three midfielders in here. So another thing that's going to happen when we press high up here, so these guys are going to press high, and then what they're going to hopefully do is cause them either to play into the middle, or they're going to hoof the ball long, where we've got this bottom heavy set up here. So these guys are all going to sort of receive the ball. You'll see a lot of these guys sort of headering the ball, and these guys here winning the second balls. So it works quite well. And again, if they play the areas out here, he can win the header. So one of the things I've always liked, he's not ideal, but he's got heading 90s. So bad example. One of the things I'm trying to get, so I haven't got that on any of my left backs, I really want is I want some heading and jumping reach, about 10 at least on these two. And I want these to have better passing, so I'm on the lookout for new fullbacks across the board. Really, I want like 4 new fullbacks. I'd like a little bit of better crossing as well. I'll go through why in a minute. These guys here definitely, they need good passing. He's off the ball's not brilliant. Ideally it'd probably be better as a defensive duty, but I don't really want him as a defensive duty, so I want him a little bit higher. So these guys will kind of operate in and around this sort of area a lot of the time. You'll find they'll hit these sort of nice sort of crosses, not crosses, cross sort of passes across into the far post a lot, through balls into the striker. So these three are going to be the main goal scorers here. And then, the reason, so the whole Portuguese diamond thing, people sometimes I don't think understand quite where the diamond is, and what happens is basically, you basically get these here, and he'll be in here. They won't be quite that narrow. So these here are going to form a diamond. He's going to come through, and what you're going to get is sometimes he's going to be here, and it's going to sort of have a 3-1, or sometimes a bit higher up. These two will be here, and he'll be here, and then you're going to get that 3 with a 1 behind, or you're going to get that diamond shape. So you're going to get like 3 different shapes there, basically. What will happen generally is, say this fullback's going to get up really high up here. Once he does that, you're going to have like a, he'll probably say he'll be here, he'll be up here, he'll be sort of here. These guys will be operating, probably a little bit higher than this, but let's just put them there for now. And then what's going to happen is this left back here, he won't quite sit as high. He'll kind of come in across there, so you'll almost get like this sort of midfield 3 that come across there. It's quite cool the way that works. And then if he's higher up on this side, say he's sitting back there because he's a fullback. Like wing backs probably sit higher. Let's say they'll be like sort of there, and he'll be there, and then if he comes up, he'll be there. So you've got that good, sort of bit of movement going on there, which I quite like. And these fullbacks, so I've got to hit. So we're going through the instructions still. So I've got these hit early crosses here. So again, these fullbacks are going to be hitting balls from out in this area. You're going to have the DLP and the Volante hitting balls. This you're going to get a lot of balls sort of getting played from this area to the sort of to the wingers and the forward running inwards. So also, we've got the low crosses here, so that if we do get up high in that area, we sort of just, again, this guy will be up, this guy could be in here. The fullback's usually going to be the one with the ball up here, instead of running off here. He'll just sort of usually pass it inside to the volante, or the AP acts a bit more centrally, so it's usually one of these two guys, and then the fullback and the volante can sort of hit a ball into that area, so that works quite well. So again, we're keeping it quite narrow, and play out defence. We want to build out from the back, keep possession, keep the passes quite short, and build up quite quickly. I mean, you could eventually, if you had a better team, you probably could go sort of like this, and maybe play a complete forward or whatever. But at the moment, we're Ipswich, so we're just keeping things fairly simple for now. And again, just sort of we counter press, counter. So we're just trying to, like I said, we're trying to win that ball up there, or force them into a long ball down there. And then we've got that distribute to fullbacks, just sort of get the ball moving out wide, and then they'll sort of take it out, play it back in, and it'll get that sort of what's called like wall passing. You'll get them passes in and out, so that works. That works well. And then I suppose you could use tight marking if you wanted these guys, but I don't think it's entirely necessary. Like sometimes, if you've got these guys marking tighter, and then you want them to force inside, there's not really any passing options inside, so you might not encourage the balls inside like you think you're going to. That's just the way I think of it anyway. Like if everyone in here is picked up and these are picked up, but they could hoof it long, but they're more likely to go out wide, aren't they, if these were all marked? That's just the way I think of it anyway. I don't know. And then you've got the sort of the positive mentality. So I don't really see the need to take this down. You could probably, I'll do occasionally just push it up a little bit, but it's not ideal. If you did, you might want to go like much shorter passing and sort of much higher or something like that, or just and if you wanted to go much, if you want to go much more attacking, you might want to start using some PIs like shorter passing and stuff like that, just to stop these sort of because it would increase their risk they're going to take. So these guys here might start in really silly balls. So if you wanted to go really attacking or something, I would suggest sort of adding passes onto here. And like I said, this guy, he could be a complete forward eventually. Like, I haven't tried a complete forward like that because I haven't had one, but I'd imagine it'd probably work quite well. He'd drop back in a little bit. And then, over here, I've played inside forward over there. The winger will carry the ball a little bit more, I find, or an inverted winger, a bit more creative than an inside forward. I do like the idea inside forward. We'll sort of hit them. I don't know if anyone else has noticed that, but they kind of, if they pick up the ball here and they've got good passing, they can hit balls through sometimes, and that can work really well. So, but it's going well. Let me just show me how I did last year. So last year I just pretty much hammered the league. It was just silly, really. See, I got 3 losses in December. Apart from that, I didn't lose again all season. Drew a few games. Got to the FA Cup quarter final. Lost to Everton. The draw was quite kind to me there, though. I had Bolton, Blackpool. No, Bolton, Lincoln. Reading was obviously a division above me, but that was quite a difficult game. But I managed to come through it. So, and you see there's a table from last year. So I'm in the second season now. So I'll just take you back. You see there, 117 points, 90 goals, 25 conceded. So it was really, really easy. I don't think there was a point where I struggled at all, really. I don't know if it was showing me last season. It doesn't. So, that was easy. And then this year, again, we just come out really strong again this year. So, look, we're in 30 games through now. And second in the league. Only lost 1 game to Brentford, who just don't ever seem to... They lost 1 game recently, but they just don't ever seem to lose, really. So, I'm 6 points off them. So, I've only got like Stoke, really, now challenging me for that automatic promotion. But, we've been on a good run of games at the moment. We lost in the... No, we didn't lose, no. That was a little while ago, bloody hell, it was a while ago. 4th round, we lost in the EFL Cup. But, we haven't really lost since then. Look, we've had a few draws there. December seems to be a funny month with the schedule, I think. And then, we just got through we've got Arsenal next in the 5th round there, so that'll be an interesting game. Got a good run of games coming up, though. Just had the window. We didn't have any money to sign anyone, really, so we didn't really strengthen the squad. So we just sort of see how we get on with the rest of the season. Like I said, I've got some horrible injuries at the moment. Some of the first team players, no, not too bad. But I've got one, Duffy's out for like 3 months, so that's not good. So with here, we're looking for players, strikers up here that want sort of, obviously you always want good finishing off the ball. He wants good acceleration because his goalkeeper sometimes and his players here are going to put through balls through. You probably want good dribbling as well, although it doesn't say it for pressing forward. You want him to be able to take players on a little bit. He's going to be, whereas a pressing forward, he's going to be operating quite close to the opposition defence. So, and again, these guys, crossing is not ideal for these, but crossing off the ball, passing, all the sort of normal things. I really do want to get. Eventually, I'll get rid of all these sort of low bravery ones. This isn't my ideal team. I mean, I've still got some players here. I mean, all friend, I do like them, but they've got some bad sort of personality things that I want to try and sort of. I don't know if they go. Doesn't feel comfortable playing big matches and as a competitive streak. So, it can be a little bit. Downs. He's got the same. He's got sent off in a couple of games this year, and we'll see how they get on. I think they'll be fine for now. I don't really want to say them for the sake of it because I do want to keep some of the players I had when I started out. So, but yeah, try out the tactic. I try to sort of go through some of the attributes. I don't really script or anything. I just sort of get on here and I just talk. So if I missed out anything, just ask questions in the comments, and I'm happy to sort of reply and fill you in on bits I've missed. So try it out, see if you like it, and hopefully it does well for you.